Hi everyone! Today's hair idea was inspired by some of the extras on Game of Thrones during scenes in Meereen. I prep my hair off camera by running my micro crimper through sections of hair around my face. This isn't a necessary step, but I thought it might pump up the volume in some of the braids in subsequent steps. I also have a container of lightweight gel on my countertop, and this is meant for flyaways around my hairline and/or braid shred. I've started the hairstyle by dividing my hair into two even pieces, and I'm clipping the top half out of the way for a moment so that I can secure the bottom into a little bun. I don't want it to interfere with the work I'll be doing in the first section. All this is a Dutch braid. I'm sure that many of you that watch my videos regularly are probably familiar with how to do this, but for those of you that might not be, I will have my braid dictionary linked in the description. Basically, it's like a French braid in that you're adding sections of hair into both sides, but the difference is that the strands are folded under one another as opposed to over. I have a lot of practice with this particular braid, and I usually breeze through it, but this time I'm going a little bit more slowly by brushing out strands before incorporating them into the braid. I've noticed that many of the extras have relatively smooth hair and braids, so I'm doing my best to mimic that look. Once all the loose hair was added in, I continued to braid, but this is where I changed up the steps a bit. Before folding the outer strands under the center, I pinched off a piece of hair from each of those strands and used clips to hold them up and out of the braid. I did this 4 times on either side, which left me with 8 mini sections to work with in the next step. I chose to do 3-strand braids with these smaller pieces, and this was mostly to save time during filming, but I bet this could be really cool if you were to rotate the kind of braids that you made here. For example, maybe you could do a few rope ones, a few knot braids, or even some fishtails. Once all the micro braids were in place, it was time to pin. I began with the main braid, the one in the center, by pulling it up towards my forehead. It was easy for me to tuck my ends underneath, but if your hair is longer than mine, you may need to fold it back and forth a few times. I then used a number of open pins to crisscross the smaller braids back and forth on top of the original Dutch braid. There really wasn't any rhyme or reason to this. I just used my mirror and laid them across each other in patterns I thought were most flattering. To be totally honest, I kind of prefer this look as a half up with the lower section of hair just loose over my shoulders. But because I'm shooting for something that looks as close as I can get to that Meereenese style, I've decided to French braid the second half. Again, I was careful to brush in strands as smoothly as I could, and I did use a little bit of that gel for flyaways here too. Anyway, this is the end of my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this cosplay idea, and if you did, please hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, have fun and keep braiding. Bye!